Hey y'all, welcome back. The champs are here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jackson State Tigers, the 2024 HBCU National Champions. Their head coach, T.C. Taylor, is in the building. And look, you already know what it's like to hoist that, right? Sitting right next to you. So
bring back memories looking at that.
Memories
right there.
Indeed, yes.
Not long ago.
Special time in that win back in December. What's it going to take to repeat?
The good thing about it, we got a good core of guys coming back off that held that trophy. You know, starting with our quarterback, those two young men over there, Jacobian and Morgan, the D lineman Jeremiah Williams. So, you know, in the summer work, and that's what they're doing right now. We've been at it for about a month and a half already, close to 100 guys on campus. And we talked about complacent. You know, we talked about being complacent and everything. And that same question you just asked, I asked them that, and, you know, and they said some things that they talked about, some things that we did last year, because we got to continue to be physical as a football team. They understand that part. And, you know, these new pieces we added. We got some new toys in the cupboard that we're excited about as well. So it's coming together, and the culture is, you know, set pretty good at Jackson State.
Your offense put up better than 35 points a game. Your defense held opponents to about 17 points per game. But for you, what do you feel like the strongest part of that team was?
You know, 23, you know, we weren't very good on special teams. We were really elite on special teams this past year, and I thought that played a big part. You talk about Travis Terrell, the returner. Anytime he touches the football, he's a big play waiting to happen. I used to get shocked when people kick to him, Jay. You know, I'm like, I know they're not going to kick to Travis Terrell that day. And then just those guys third on the depth chart that bought into special teams. I think when you're winning in all three phases of football games, you're going to be able to take home trophies like this.
Jay, and I feel like it's really impressive the fact that TCU were able to bring back so many of your weapons and important pieces.
Definitely. That's a great point. You know, talk about Jeremiah Williams, you know, and the landscape of, you know, the transfer portal. We're blessed to get him back, and that's a legacy guy. You know, he started, you know what it is, Jay. Congratulations on the Hall of Fame. You know, that was huge. I was there, proud in it. But I talk to him about that all the time. And here's a guy that started at Jackson State and going to finish his career at Jackson State. Jonas Fortillion is going to come back, the receiver. So we're excited about all those guys.
How did you do that? I won't cut you off, but how did you do that? I remember during the season, I mean, there was some talk, you're like, I know some guys are gone.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, some of them guys are still there.
Yeah.
What did you do to make them stay?
Well, the first thing first, you know, we got to, let me say, I'm going to be honest with you, we got a great collective over there with KC 1400. They do a good job with us over there, you know, helping these young men out and everything. But I talk to them it's more than just ball. You know, when you play ball, those great coaches, I was around James Big Daddy Carson, and Robert Hughes and everything, and they talk to me about life. You know, and that's what I talk to these guys. I talk to them about all the time. You know, come knock on my door and let's just talk what's going on besides football. And since I told them that, you look up, it's a line at my door waiting to just talk about life in general, you know, so they know I care about them genuinely.
And I wonder, you know, and maybe you can tell me, does the challenge of trying to repeat, you know, if you lose that Celebration Bowl, then maybe some guys we couldn't get there kind of have that. But did you challenge them? I need you to come back so we try to get another one of these.
That was the whole conversation, you know, and then that's the part that kind of scared me about everything, because I was like, oh, man, we won one. These guys are going to be looking for something else or moving on somewhere else. But no, they was excited about it. You know, they wanted to, like I said, they believed in the JSU brand. They believed in me as a head coach. And also these, their position coaches did a great job for them. You know, you talk about Kylie James, who coached Jeremiah Williams, but now Aaron Jackson is taking over there, that was in the building. So, you know, all those pieces played a big role in that.
But you talk about, you know, you had a great run last year, but what have you done for me lately? And let's take a look at this schedule coming up for Jackson State and kind of get your thoughts on what stands out to you as a coach. We know August 30th is going to be the first game. It's always so important. But looking at that schedule, but give me a glimpse of what you see as a head coach.
Starting with getting into October. Okay. You know, right there ending with September, you talk about that Southern game, but going into that Southern game from that stretch all the way to November 1st, it's going to be a storm.
Thank you.
It's gonna be
Thank you. I'm just going to say
it'll be a storm. That's going to be a challenging deal right there for us. So those are the ones, that's the meat of the schedule to me right there.
I'd say, you know, give your athletic director Ashley a good job of giving you some good games at home. Alabama State at home is going to be a big one there.
Yes.
And then Grambling as well. Yeah. But then that one, you know, still got to circle it. Although they're down, there's still some about, and it's just me or everybody, it's still that rivalry with Jackson State and FAMU that's still bubbling.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I'm looking at the two young men they brought over here today. good-looking athletes. You know, they mirror us a lot. You know, we mirror them a lot. They the size, what you want them to look like, as far as players, well-coached football team. And then here we are. We got to go down to Tallahassee. So you think about the week before. Let me paint a picture for you. So we'll go down there. We get the bye week. Then we go to Las Vegas to play Grambling. You know, well-coached Mickey Joseph team. Then we got to turn around, change time zones, and shoot down to Tallahassee and play a great football team.
I'm just thinking, that's the first time Jackson State, since they've been in the SWAC, first time Jackson State has been to Tallahassee.
I think
y'all
so.
always playing them in neutral site down there in Miami.
The Orange Blossom Classic and stuff like that. So that's going to be a great atmosphere down there. So and we all know, like, that games mean a lot for the East. You know, that means a lot for the East, and they're chopping it a bit at the bit as well, because, you know, they came to the VIT last year, and, you know, we did some good stuff in that game. What an exciting football game.
We called that game. It was a close game, right? And it was the fourth quarter, and it was just the defense.
It was anybody's game. You know, you take True Thompson makes a great play, sacks, and Phillip Webb picks it up and score, and then come back and force another turnover. So great job by the defense.
All right, so we know about the defense. We're going to hear from Jeremiah Williams in just a moment, but just your thoughts on Jacobian Morgan, the preseason offensive player of the year, and just what he's grown to be, and now QB1 for the second year in a row.
Yeah, I mean, I just recruited him out of high school. I know his journey. You know, he goes to Syracuse, comes back to me in 23, and he's just been steady, what we call getting it out of the mud. You know, he's persevered through so much, and now I think people are going to see his best football this year. The reason I say that, last year we had a run-first mentality because we had Irv Mulligan. You know, now we got to give Jacobian Morgan the football and say, go win it, you know. But we've done a great job putting great pieces around him as a player and everything. So he's poised and ready for this. The number one thing I tell him, Jay, you know, as quarterback, teammates got to believe in you, baby. You know, and they believe in him. You know, he went out there and got it done last year. Started the first game last year, and we were still trying to figure some things out. We played Cam McCoy a little bit earlier, but he took over the reins and got us across the, you know, the finish line. So I can't say enough about him and his growth. I think people are going to see his best football this year.
Absolutely. You know, and I would say one of the best moments I saw was, you know, you talking to him in that SWAC championship, settle him down, getting eye to eye with that. But enough about the coach. Let's hear from the players. Simone, talk to me.
Yes, I am joined by the champs, the man we just talking about, Jacobe. And how did it feel to hear Coach talking about you like that?
Man, that's my guy. I love Coach to death, and I know he's going to speak well of me every time. So, Coach, I love you.
Love you too, brother.
We love that love. So how did it feel walking in the building today as the HBCU national champs?
Oh, man, I got jitters, man. It's just the love and respect everybody got for us, man, and we respect them also, man. It's just the chemistry of everybody, so I liked it.
Were your shoulders rolled back a little higher, Jacobe?
Yeah, a little bit. But, you know, that's behind us, and we're ready for this year.
Can we still see the ring? It's still a little celebration going on now. Got the ring. Nice. And you don't have your ring on.
Oh, the ring at home.
You said new season?
New season, new thing.
And this season, you are the preseason offensive player of the year. Congratulations, and how does it feel to be recognized by the conference?
It feels amazing. First, I want to give glory to God. You know, he gave me this talent into me. But, yeah, though, it feels amazing, you know. It just shows out the hard work you did last year. But, you know, at the end of the year, we're looking for that postseason awards. But I'm not much of a, you know, awards guy, more of a team player. So as long as we get to December, I'm fine.
And I know you probably have the same sentiment, but I still want to give you your things. Preseason first team honors. What does that mean to you?
Oh, man, it means a lot, man. The guys behind me, the fans, the coaches, man, they all push me every day. And it's a blessing to keep playing the game every day, you know. Like Jacobe said, give glory to God. Man, it's special, man. It's special, and we trying to get to the end of the season and do it again.
And Coach was saying, you know, there was a possibility he could have lost you to the portal, but you wanted to stay at Jackson. Why was it important for you to finish your career there?
Oh, man, the culture, man. I seen when everything got started, man. I was blessed to even see everything, and Coach, man, he led me, man. He believed in me, so I stayed with him, man. I'm going to finish this thing through.
And y'all are talking a lot about, you know, December, that's a long time ago, it's over with. Y'all are focused on the new season. How are y'all able to put those celebrations behind and lock in on this new year?
We know we're the targeted ones. So, you know, we're going from the hunter to the hunted, you know. But that's just what comes when you put these blue and whites on. So, you know, you put that behind and you just grind each and every day to go get back to December.
Absolutely. And what did you learn from that championship run that's going to be important this year?
Just work harder, man. Just work hard. It's gonna be harder than next year. We put that year behind us, man. Just the dedication, the hard work, man, it increases. So we getting everybody on track and ready to repeat.
like it. And
Jeremiah, Jacobian told me he would throw for 400 yards on y'all. What you say about that?
I ain't see it.
He know we coming. He know the D-line coming.
Jeremiah, I seen you play. You definitely coming. Definitely coming.
Yes.
And Jeremiah, you talk about this defense. It was lights out last season, but how can y'all turn it up another notch this year?
Oh man, just push each other in practice every day. Practice like we're playing the game every day, and how you practice is how you play. And we push each other, and just we know what's on our mind. Championship, man. We just keep going.
And I do want to ask you, Jacobian, it's a different offense. Coach talked about it up there. You do lose the top rusher in the SWAC and Herb Mulligan. How does your mindset change and adapt to that this year, knowing it might be more on you and your arm?
Which is fine. We got losing Herb Mulligan is a big loss. But you got the new transfers. You got guys that's been experienced and played, the ball. So I'm perfectly fine with it. This is what you want as a quarterback, to have the ball in your hands at the last minute. So I'm fine with it. I know Coach believes in him, and I also believe in myself.
Man, that's a good answer. That's a good answer right there, T. So it
that's
is.
A great job,
coming up on your senior year, and you lose a running back. Coach, give it to me.
Give him the ball.
That's more for me to hear.
That's what a quarterback want to hear, right?
That's what I want to hear right there. Good answer. He's Jacoby. My middle name Jacobe.
Okay.
So maybe got the Jacobian thing going right there. That's a good answer there.
Awesome.
Fantastic to hear from both Jacobe and the preseason Offensive Player of the Year and their first team selection in Jeremiah Williams, along with T.C. Taylor, the head coach of the reigning HBCU champion Jackson State Tigers. Congratulations and good luck for another great season.
I appreciate it. I look forward to it, man. I appreciate what y'all guys do, too.
To beat the man, you got to beat the man.
There you go.
But once you beat the man, the hardest part is?
What's that?
Staying the man.
We'll see. We're looking forward to it, though. I'm excited about these new pieces we got in the cupboard, though.
Prairie View A&M, the Panthers, coming up on the other side.